Welcome back, everyone. We are going to continue reading the climax of William Shakespeare's Macbeth. We are on Act 3, Scene 2. So before we jump in, I'd like to just quickly reiterate some of what occurred in Scene 1. We met Macbeth, and this time he is seen as king on the stage, okay? He has a quick conversation with Banquo after Banquo has expressed some suspicion of Macbeth, right? He says, "Thou hast it now, King Cawdor all, as the weird women had promised, and yet I fear thou played most foully for it." Okay, and then that's when Macbeth and him exchange some words, and we learn that Macbeth is um, going to be holding a feast this evening. Okay. And so he says, Banquo, we would be remiss if you did not show up. Okay. And Banquo says, oh, well, I'm going riding today. Okay. And Macbeth says, well, how far is it? How far are you going? Are you bringing your son with you? Okay. And these things are a little bit worrisome to us as an audience. And then right after Banquo leaves, okay, Macbeth has a conversation with two hitmen, essentially, okay? And he convinces them, successfully persuades them that Banquo is also their enemy, not just his, okay? And this obviously gets them in the mindset to, I guess you could say, like the mobsters would say, whack Banquo, okay? He also says to make sure you take care of Fleance too. Now, that would be because the weird women have promised that Banquo's children will become king. And so Fleance is a threat to him. So we can see that Macbeth is starting to become a little paranoid. Okay, so now we're moving into scene 2. You'll notice that there are 6 scenes here. Scene 4 is the banquet scene, and I'm hoping that we can do 2 and 3 today, but we will see. So we're jumping into scene 2, and I'm going to leave this here so in case I have to take some notes, we'll see. Lady Macbeth says, "Is Banquo gone from court?" "Ay, madame, but returns again tonight. Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words." She wants to speak to her husband. "Madame, I will." He exits. "Very important," Lady Macbeth says. "Naught's had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy, than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. Okay, so I am going to try to copy and paste this over here. I'm not sure if it's going to work. All right, it's not ideal, but anyway, these are very important lines, okay? So she is basically saying that not means nothing. Nothing is had except we've spent what? We've spent everything, right? Where we where our desire is got without content, okay? So our desire is got, except we're still not content, right? So she is starting to think here that everything that they've done has not yielded the results that she had desired because she's not happy, right? "'Tis safer to be that which we destroy." Well, what is it that they destroyed? They destroyed Duncan. So she's saying it's safer to be dead, like Duncan, than by destruction dwell in doubt, right? Their joy is not solid. Okay, every single minute these two need to be looking over their shoulders. Okay. "How now, my lord, why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with them they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done." Now, I'm sure you've heard those lines before, right? What's done is done. Okay, those lines that we've sometimes even uttered ourselves are from Lady Macbeth in Macbeth here. Okay, Shakespeare coined that. And basically she's saying to him that you have to forget about everything that's gone on, right? Why are you keeping alone with all of your thoughts? It's not good, okay? Macbeth responds by saying, "We have scotched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth." Okay? We've hurt the snake, but we've not yet gotten rid of it, right? There's more danger here, okay? And so let the frame of things disjoint, both the worlds suffer, ere we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel nor poison, malice domestic, foreign, leaving, nothing can touch him further. Okay? Duncan cannot be hurt by the things that can hurt Macbeth. Okay? He's almost envious of Duncan's peace in his deathbed. Okay? Lady Macbeth says, "Come on, gentle my lord, sleek over your rugged looks, be bright and jovial among your guests tonight." Okay, she's trying to convince Macbeth to be a little bit more happy. "So shall I, love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are." So he turns to his wife and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to do that, right? I'm going to be able to be bright and jovial among my guests tonight and put on a show. Make sure you do the same, especially to Banquo, right? Unsafe the while that we may lave our honors in these flattering streams and make our faces masks. Vizards are masks. So as long as we have to continue to be fake to everyone, right? Specifically Banquo, we are not safe. All right. Obviously, this is furthering the theme appearance versus reality. You must leave this. She's trying to get him to forget about this. Macbeth, "Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife." Right? This is metaphorical. Okay. His mind is not literally full of scorpions, but scorpions are poisonous. And his mind, everything that he's turning over in his mind is starting to make him mad. Right? "Thou knowest that Banquo and his fleance lives, but in them nature's copies not in turn." In other words, they're not going to live forever. "There's comfort yet, they are assailable," he says. Okay, yes, they can die. All right, we know where Macbeth is going with this here. Okay, what do you guys think? You think Banquo would try to Macbeth would try to take out his best friend Banquo? I'm sure nothing would surprise you guys at this point. "Then be thou jocund, cheerful," right? Jocund means cheerful. "Then be thou jocund, ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate summons the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal. There shall be a deed of dreadful note." Okay, so by the time the bat flies out of its home and this humming beetle comes out at night to start humming, there's going to be a deed that's done. Right? Now, Lady Macbeth doesn't know about this because she says, "What's to be done?" Right? Now, let's think back. With Duncan's murder, it seemed that she was the one in control. Okay, it's a little bit different here. Macbeth is making plans on his own now. Maybe he's taken back his pants. Macbeth says, "Oh, be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night." So he turns after having said this to her. "Be innocent of the knowledge. Keep out of it. Don't worry about it. I got it," he says. And then he turns and he's calling out to the night. And he's saying, "Come on, night. Come, sealing night. Scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whilst night's black agent to their prey do rouse." Okay, so all of the animals in the daytime are going to sleep. But at nighttime, right, night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Okay, obviously he himself is likening himself to the predators that come out at night. "Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me." And then they exit. And I wish I could show you guys the movie here. They hold hands and they enter into the banquet hall where they're about to greet their guests. Okay? And that is the end of the scene.